Back to the charts with Big Boss Crypto, bringing on a day trading analysis on Bitcoin and on AVAX. Bitcoin has moved up to the upside as I was expecting in my last day trading update that we will recover at least some of this volume candle right here up to 28k. But what happens next? Well, let's look at the chart. So if we zoom out a bit, we can see that we have formed the market maker structure to the upside with a double top finish, which happened in I guess it was in July, end of July. We confirmed it when we had a 1 hour candle close below this low right here, local low in the double top formation, which was at 29.5k approximately. We hovered above it and below it for a while, and then we had a huge drop to the downside, now to 24.8k. Currently we're retracing to the upside, and we have a big volume candle here which hasn't been recovered on the daily time frame up to 28.7k. So we could move up to that point and then reverse again to the downside, where we have a big volume candle which hasn't been recovered to actually right here from 23.8k down to 20.5k, which could happen in the next move to the downside if they decide to grab the liquidity in that zone and the open orders will get filled by the market maker. But we have a retrace to the upside before that could happen for maximum profit for the market maker. Zooming in a bit on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that we're slightly moving to the upside. We're consolidating. We could have a nice pump to the upside, and a lot of retail will FOMO in if that happens, if we get above 28k again. And that could happen in the coming week possibly. And if you aren't in any shorts, you could decide to go short in that area. And not financial advice, this is just for educational purposes only. So we could have a pump to the upside and then wait for the move to the downside. Basically this low right here is a confirmation of the second leg down. So if we break 25.2k on the 1 hour time frame or on the 4 hour time frame, depending on which you trade, a solid candle close below that is a confirmation of a move to downside, and the closest liquidity pool is around the 20.5k area. We could expect at least half of it, so let's say at least 22.3k in the next impulsive move if we get there, when we get a confirmation of a move to the downside. To invalidate this structure, we need to break this high right here, 31.8k. We're not even close to that, so we're not going to consider that as of yet. When that happens, we'll do that, but currently we're expecting a retrace to 28.5k and then a move to the downside again. Looking at the news events for this week, we have the unemployment claims coming out later today. Tomorrow, Fed Jerome Powell speak. They have the Jackson Hole Symposium, where basically all the central bank leaders and politicians meet in Jackson Hole. So the big guys meet privately and discuss things and how to handle inflation and possible recession. So we see what happens there. Looking at the liquidation map, we can see still a lot of liquidation points here at 30k. A lot of people have been going short, so we could have another move to the upside, but we still have a lot of liquidation points here at 26k. A lot of people have been going long, thinking that, wow, this was a dip, let's buy it up. And yeah, currently a big pool of liquidity is residing in that zone. To the downside as well, around 22k, 24k. Big liquidation clusters. To the upside, however, we only have this one at 30k. The next one is, however, at 34k, which is a long way to go, and we're closer to 24k than 34k from our current price point. Make of that what you want. And now we're gonna take a look at AVAX. So AVAX has been moving pretty much straight to the downside. For a while now. We had our high here at $16 in mid-July, and then we constantly been moving to the downside with a local low here at $9.7. If we zoom out a bit and try to make sense of this, as you can see, we kind of have a double top formation here. We had our big first leg down. We had our first retrace. We're currently possibly in our second leg to the downside, where we'll probably move something like this, and we could see possibly a $6 AVAX, which is huge from an investment standpoint. And yeah, if you hold any bags, you do whatever you want to do, but we could see a $6 AVAX in the coming weeks, because yeah, this delta formation was pretty clear move to the downside, clear move to the upside, and now we're currently on a clear move second leg to the downside. We could move at least to the midpoint of this volume candle, which has been recovered at $7.6. Have another retrace to the upside. We could go and recover some of the volume candles up here, up to $12, and then we will have the final blow off low and a double bottom formation, possibly in this volume candle, which hasn't been recovered for a while, in the $5 range. Great opportunity to go long. Not financial advice, you do whatever you want to do, but that's what I'm looking at least from an investment standpoint. From AVAX to the upside, we have a lot of volume candles which has been recovered, and the closest ones are here up to $10.7. Break that, we could go down up to 11.4 and even up to $12 in the next move to the upside. We could see that if Bitcoin decides to move to that point around $28.5 in the next impulsive move to the upside, so we could see a $12 AVAX in that move if Bitcoin decides to do that, and then we could have another low right here down to possibly $5. That's at least what I'm seeing in the charts. You do whatever you want to do. And that was it for today's day trading update. See you soon. Big Boss out.